Look at these little
I
punk
mean,
kids. They
good
always
grief.
twerking. What is with the twerking stuff? What is with the I gotta shake my backside and do this goofy stuff, and then I gotta jump on cars to do it. I gotta hold up
Right.
traffic.
Yeah.
I have to be
Mm-hmm.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just show everybody my gluteus maximus and gyrate. And they little kids. Twerking toddlers should be the section. That's what they are. A bunch of twerking toddlers. And it's disgusting what they're doing because it's like, yo, y'all don't have anything better to do than to ruin somebody else's day? It's like, here's the thing. They get up on top of something, is they have to attract the most amount of attention to themselves. It's like they're practicing for a future present talent show. In the future, they're gonna be there. Oh, make no doubts about it. And they're practicing, you know what? I'm gonna be in prison with my daddy. I better do this dance. Maybe they'll go viral before they go to prison. It's a disgusting act what they're doing. They're shaming everybody. Look at how they act. And here's the thing, like I said before, it's not about like one area of the United States. Every city is going through this. Every single one. You can find traffic being held up. Just go to your major city. Go about, let's say, 12 at night, midnight. You know when the kids should be asleep, getting ready for school the next day. Go to any major city in the middle of the summer, maybe when there is no school, so they have no excuse, nobody to answer to, and go to where the nightlife is, where they're not old enough to get in yet. You're gonna see a bunch of juveniles on top of cars twerking, playing some ratchet music. All the girls will all be gyrating. And here's the other thing. You'll hear certain sounds, right? This is where you know you're in danger. You'll hear certain sounds. One will be like, hey! You hear that? It's a bunch of girls twerking, and another girl will be slapping her butt, probably grabbing her butt cheek and moving it up and down. The boys will be doing some goofy dance with their mask on, guns sticking out the front of their pants. Who feels safe with that? Where's the fathers at? Where are the fathers? Twerking toddlers. That's all they are. And they have about as much sense and reason as a toddler as well. If you tell them, hey, could you please stop holding up traffic, ma'am? I know you find a lot of joy in moving your gluteus maximus up and down for others to see. I know you don't have a father, but I would rather you take your fatherless behavior over here so we can continue going to our destination. You'll probably get shot by saying that. How do I know? I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. And it's sad because it's like, yo, who can deal with this amount of ignorance? Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, everywhere you go, these idiots is out there ruining somebody's life. Can't even go to the movies in a certain part of the city because these idiots will be there trying to steal a movie, go from one movie, jump into the next, being all loud. You go to a restaurant in one part of the city, you can't even, they dining and dashing. You go and you just wanna, go take your woman out to a lounge at night. Nope, they driving around the block, hanging out the cars on top of the. You can't. Where can you go to get away from these idiots? Somebody help me! I'm surrounded. I'm not surrounded now, but that's how I would feel if I lived amongst them. And then they get mad when you use these language derogatory and like I'm sure if my video gets big enough, somebody will be mad at me for posting the part where the woman says monkeys will be monkeys. Let's give them bananas. That's how y'all acting. Don't be mad at me before you're mad at the behavior. If you're gonna say something to me, say something to the people holding up traffic. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Y'all know that song? I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Because here's the thing. People love to say something and hold civilized people accountable, When the reality is, you need to be holding the uncivilized people accountable and stop being scared. Stop being scared. That's the only way to beat them. You can't be scared of these little punks. Oh, you got a mask on? I got something for you. Come up over here with that mask on. Come and see what happened. Oh, I assumed you were gonna rob me. It's about 10 of y'all with a mask on. In the middle of summer. A ski mask.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna work over here. Tell them in a civilized way. Mean what you say what you mean, and don't play with these little punks. Cause they will happily take your life and rap about it. And that's the reality. Oh, we got one more.
Oh,
We got a comment?
we got a couple comments here. Spot on, sickening,
It's true.
and goes on with First Thessalonians 4,
Oh,
11
snap.
through
We got to
through
turn to
12.
it.
We got to turn to it.
Let
Yep.
me see. Because I don't like when, people don't read the Bible in context or don't.
Right. Which one? Yeah, we want to make sure this is all in proper context.
Mm-hmm. You said First Thessalonians 4?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm on my phone. First Thessalonians 4. And what was the 11
11,
through?
11 through 12.
It says, and aspire to live quietly. This is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And aspire to live quietly, to mind your own affairs, and to work with your hands as we instructed you, so that you may walk properly before outsiders and be dependent on no one. Isn't that there couldn't have been a better verse for the black community other than the one in Second Corinthians that says if you don't work, you don't eat. But you got
Right.
verses
Yeah.
like that says don't be flamboyant. Don't draw attention to yourself. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Don't be dancing on top of cars. Aspire to live a quiet life, work with your hands, and be content with what you have. Every one of those points is against what the black community is doing. Are they content with what they have when you got a gold chain on that's worth more and you can't even buy a car? You got a gold chain on claiming "Hey, this costs $40,000. This costs $40,000. And you ain't even got a home, you live in an apartment. But this chain costs $40,000. Don't bump me because my new Nike Airs, my new Jordans, the new Jordans came out, and these custom made and they $500. Okay, like, dude, y'all priorities is messed up. Everything is flamboyant. Everything is loud. Nothing can be humble. Humility. This is not a culture I like. I don't like it. And I don't attribute, I'm not even saying, oh man, you don't want to be black. I'm not saying that. I'm actually proud of our heritage and proud of being a black man. What I'm not proud of is us not living up to our true potential and actually seeing the degradation, seeing the degeneracy, seeing the filth that we produce now, and knowing we could do so much better. That's what disappoints me, man. When you look at some of the songs, I was listening to some old R&B yesterday from like the 70s, 80s, 90s. I was listening to some Luther Vandross. I was listening to a bunch of other people that, and you listen to their songs, and you like, man, even if you go like to Diana Ross and you listen to all of these old time singers, they really sung about love and they had a feeling of community. And they weren't talking about sex or anything. It was just the love and the communion between a man and a woman. We don't have that anymore. I was like, you can't even create a sound close to that anymore because people wouldn't even know what you were talking about. They'd be like, "That's gay." It's you're talking a song talking about love between a man and a woman is now gay.
Yeah, that's gay. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you talk if a man made a song right now, a young man in his 20s, not these 50-year-old dudes who are like washed up R&B stars, or if a man made a new song and it was about the love between his wife and himself, he would be called a weirdo.